Tom Shanahan. I'm the author of Spiritual Adrenaline, a lifestyle plan to strengthen and nourish your recovery. And I'm joined today by Dr. Mark Borg. He's the author of a provocative new book entitled Don't Be a Dick, Change Yourself, Change Your World. I've had the opportunity to read this book, which comes out on November 19th, and I invited Dr. Borg here to talk with me just a little bit about it. Dr. Borg, thank you so much for joining me here today. You know, I've read your book, and what was so profound about the tools in the book was that it was based around the 12-step approach to recovery. And you integrate so well the 12 steps into the issues around Dickish behavior and dickery. So can you speak to the issues of how the 12 steps can play an important role in someone addressing these issues?
Well, again, I mean, whether you're a 12-step member or not, this whole idea of taking responsibility for your own behavior, of really kind of looking at the ways that you're seeing in the world, things that you're not quite resolved within yourself, that you're seeing, you know, this bad behavior in other people, but you're not really able to handle the way in which you're exhibiting and sort of living in those feelings yourself. So the whole book really is a meditation on step 10 of the AA or the 12-step program, which says continue to take personal inventory and when we were wrong,
Promptly admit it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So being that this step provides an opportunity for any of us anytime to hit pause, back up, and look at our behavior. Look at the way in which we're influencing the people around us in the world. See, some people think that to do that constantly is to put themselves in this blame position or victimization, but really it's power. It's power. When I take inventory, which is the fourth step, which is, you know, made a fearless and thorough moral inventory. When I take that inventory and have an understanding of my assets as well as my deficits, then I know what I'm bringing to the table. And if I come into each relationship with an awareness of what my defects are and my assets, then I can come into any relationship with someone who's mistreating me, and I might call them a dick, but rather I can hit pause and say, why am I seeing this person as a dick? The inventory process allows
it brings you back.
It brings us back always.
There's a quote from the Big Book also that's pretty prominent in your book. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, on page 62, the whole book is one of two things.
In the Big Book of AA.
Of AA,
right.
Yes, the Big Book of AA, is driven by 100 forms of fear, self-seeking, self-delusion, and self-pity. We step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. Seemingly without provocation, we find invariably we've made decisions based on self, which places us in a position to be hurt. And what that tells me is that I'm walking through the world thinking that other people are attacking me. But if I'm looking at that quote and I'm looking at my own behavior, I can see that those attacks are really counterattacks. And the good news about a counterattack, there's something I can do about it. I can change my behavior and not invite attack and not invite my world to be so hostile and vicious and cruel that I think everyone else is a dick, and I keep buying this book called Don't Be a Dick for everyone around me, hoping they're going to change.
I hear you on that. It's a pretty profound message in this day and age. Dr. Borg, thank you so much for joining us to talk about your book.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about Dr. Borg's new book, Don't Be a Dick, visit the Central Recovery Press website. If you'd like to follow up with Dr. Borg or learn more about his work, you can visit his blog on Psychology Today.